You know the exact moment the temperature changes in a group chat, or how it feels to walk into a break room and watch a conversation suddenly fracture and die. You spend days looking backward, combing through your memories to find the mistake you must have made, completely blind to the fact that the hostility radiating from people who once protected you didn't start with them. In November 2025, researchers at Kyushu University captured a pattern on video that explains this exact chill. They documented a parasitic queen ant infiltrating an established colony, not by fighting its guards, but by spending a single night pressed against a few isolated workers until she absorbed their specific group scent. She doesn't use force to cross the border. She uses impersonation, a tactic researchers van der Linden and Rosenbeek describe as emulating a trusted identity to gain access to a community. You think you're tracking an enemy, but the real threat is already sitting in the circle, wearing the exact vocabulary of your friends. Once the intruder looks and smells exactly like family, she doesn't march to the center of the nest and stage a violent coup. She simply walks up to the reigning mother and repeatedly sprays her with a tiny mist of formic acid. Not poison, just an alarm. And alarms spread fast. To the worker ants sprinting through those dark tunnels, that chemical is the universal signal for immediate danger, an alarm bell that overrides every drop of history. They don't see an outside attacker standing beside their mother. They only see that the queen herself has become the source of the threat. And sometimes, human groups can feel unsettlingly similar. An entire friend circle suddenly adopts a manufactured narrative about someone they've known for years. Their faces tighten with a strange, unearned anger because they genuinely believe they're protecting the community from a danger that doesn't exist. The harm is delivered entirely by the hands of people who once provided safety, while the actual architect quietly steps into the shadows, completely unimplicated by the violence they've set in motion. This is what psychologist Jennifer Freyd calls betrayal trauma theory, the idea that being harmed by a trusted, depended upon figure can create a kind of adaptive blindness, forcing you to rationalize the damage just to keep the relationship alive. You stay quiet, trying to fix a fracture you didn't cause. Maybe they're right. Maybe I am the problem. Because your mind refuses to accept that someone you allowed inside could have orchestrated your isolation. On the video, the parasitic queen doesn't finish the execution herself. She retreats while the workers swarm their own mother, tearing down the very thing they were born to protect. You look across the room at the person who quietly started the rumor and notice how perfectly calm they look, how completely untouched they seem by the wreckage exploding across your life. The most terrifying aspect of social manipulation isn't that a community can be broken from the outside, it's that it can be reprogrammed from within, turning your own sanctuary into the weapon used to drive you out. Eventually, the dust settles, the noise stops. The colony quietly reorganizes around the empty space, the workers tending to new eggs that aren't even their own siblings, never realizing that a coup took place. You watch the group chat move on. You see them laugh at new jokes and share new spaces with the person who replaced you, as if the vacancy was always meant to be there. And then you realize something that hurts in an entirely different way. Your absence wasn't a failure of your value. It was the mechanical result of a script written long before you noticed the outsider learning your name. The next time you find yourself standing alone in the cold, watching a group you trusted slowly turn their backs, you'll stop looking inward for the flaw that caused the freeze. Because the most dangerous betrayals don't come from strangers. They come from the people who took the time to learn how to smell like family.